Morning, Chris. We've had another great week. Won a Group 2, Group 1 and got wasn't back on track. Liam's back tomorrow, thank goodness.
Thank goodness. We haven't stopped winning races since he's been away, but obviously that just shows we've got a good team and everything falls into place. We've got replacements like yourself, Haylie, and well done for your extra work you've done over the past 10 days. And Liam certainly would have had a good break and he'll be fresh, ready to go tomorrow.
Loves turning up for Group 1, that's for sure. Okay, so Rosehill on Saturday. Race 1 we've got Mulliquin and Index Linked.
Yep, both European horses, Haylie, in their second preparations, which we normally expect improvement. With that said, they've already won races in Australia, and Index, I think, won 3 in a row. So he looks an impressive horse, and I think Mulliquin will find a turn of foot this preparation, which was probably lacking last time in. The race is a bit short for them, and they're not fully wound up to win, but if they get luck from their very wide barrier, well, they certainly will be competitive because their class will simply take them a long way.
Race 2 we've got 4 mares. We'll start with Hoibow with John Kissick on board.
Good barrier, Haylie, which will be good for her because she gets a bit lost in the races, as will Rosehill. The big track, last couple of runs have been good. Johnny's riding terrific, rode his first winner since he's been officially with us. Certainly not his first winner, but in total, but yeah, since he's signed across to us, he's going terrific, and I'm very proud of him, and he should be proud of himself too.
Another Ingham family horse in the same race, Fast and Sexy.
Yeah, she's won 2 races this prep, Haylie, and looks to be getting back to her best form, which has been missing for a few preparations. So we always knew she had it in her. It was good to see her finally doing it. And Saturday's race looks a nice race for her. The distance suits, she's pretty well weighted, and Glyn Schofield certainly rides her well.
Windbender, you've opted to put her in the 1500 as opposed to the 18.
Yeah, that was a tough decision. We had nominated for both races, but we simply elected to go with her own sex and run against the fillies and mares. First up run was excellent, 1500 metres, probably a bit on the short side for her, but she'll be another one to appreciate the big track here at Rosehill, and she's working very well.
Finally, Baranski, one last crack before heading off to the breeding barn.
Yeah, that's right. She's been a good horse for the stable and picked up some good prize money. And again, she's in the right race on Saturday. It's just a benchmark 75 race on Golden Rose Day. So not only is it good to have a runner on those days for owners, but it's also very good prize money. So I guess that's the beauty of Sydney racing. Everybody gets a chance to win some significant prize money in comparison to the rest of the country and the rest of the world for that matter. So we're in a pretty enviable place at the moment, Haylie.
Very lucky. The first stakes race of the day, the Group 2 Sebring Sprint, we have Riva de Largo.
He's looking for this distance now. I think first up he ran well in a very strong race, but he just showed that he just lacked that turn of foot to compete against the better horses. So I think 1400 metres will give him his chance. Obviously Rain Affair's in there. He's a very good horse and I think pretty well suited under the conditions. So he's the one they all have to chase and try and beat, but he'll at least create a good tempo for the others, and hopefully Riva de Largo's one getting home over the top.
Also in that race we have Bowband.
Yeah, he's was an impressive winner first up a fortnight ago, and I'm looking to try and give him as much confidence as we can and place him in the right race as we can. I thought this race on Saturday was a bit tough, but then you take Rain Affair out and he's certainly up to the other horses, so it is the right race. Rain Affair's probably compressed the weights to some degree without getting too technical. In comparison to Rain Affair, we're entitled to have 50 kilos or thereabouts, so bit of a disadvantage there, but he's going very well and I think he's in for a very good preparation.
Next race, the Shirako to Group 3, and we have Dystopia.
Goes terrific fresh. It was just disappointing to see her draw barrier 12 of 12. She gets a little bit soft in the last part of her races, so that concerns me about firing her up out of the barriers. We might just have to ride her conservatively. But she's got a great first up record. 2 preps ago she won and then last prep she ran 4th in a Group 1 Galaxy, so very handy horse on her day, and she's close to her best form.
Next race, on to the big one, the Group 1 Golden Rose with Zooster.
Well, he's got the outside barrier as well, barrier 17, and it's very deflating for all connections, jockeys, trainers, staff. We've put so much work into this horse, and he's a very good horse. So that's disappointing, but you've got to move on and see the positives. And yes, we have got a good horse, got a good jockey that's very experienced in these types of situations. And I think barrier draws are something we more reflect on before a race. After the race, yeah, you can occasionally say, well, the barrier cost us, but it's easy to say that. You've still got to do it regardless of where you draw, and we'll just go into the race not expecting too much, but knowing we've got a good horse, and they don't fluke Group 1s. If they're good enough to win one, they'll win 2 or 3 in my opinion. So if it's not Saturday, I'm sure he'll be close to the mark further down the track.
Rounding off the day for the stable, the Group 3 Kingston Town, Lunia, I'm Imposing, and Lucriptus.
Lunia, he was disappointing last start and not 100% sure what happened. We rode him quietly from the wide barrier, and he basically lost interest. So we'll ride him more positively on Saturday. He's had a trial on Monday and trialled well and seems well. So yeah, we're just hoping for improvement from him. I'm Imposing, really nice horse, and last start was good. He ran an eye-catching 3rd over 1,500 metres and steps up to 2,000 metres on Saturday, which I think's good. But just taking on the Group 3 horses or thereabouts is a tough assignment. So whether he's there this run, I'm not sure, but he's certainly getting close to Group form, and it's just, yeah, he's going to be an exciting horse if we can get him right, and his fitness is close to being right. So around the day off, I think we've got Lucriptus, wide draw. No, I'm not sure where he drew. Yeah, he did draw wide.
Yeah, he did draw wide.
And he'll go back. He's had a different sort of a preparation. He's 2 starts ago, he won over 2,600 at Randwick. Then last start he won over 2,200, and we're bringing him back to 2,000 metres. So I don't know what that's all about, but he's simply freshened up very well. I think he's a Sydney Cup horse, and that's what I've got my sights set on. If he went to the paddock too early, basically he'd be just wasting time. He'd be out in the paddock for too long and take a long time to get him fit again. So we've opted to give him another couple of runs, first being Saturday, and he'll run over 2,400 in 2 weeks' time as well, Haylie. But he'll be back close to last. Hopefully they go hard up front and he might stall home late.
Brilliant. Thanks a lot, Chris. Good luck on Saturday.
Thanks, Haylie.